This is Concacaf Video Signals, a Wednesday, February 25th edition. Today on Video Signals, the Concacaf Champions League quarterfinals kicked off last night. We'll take a look at the Houston Dynamo and Atlante, as well as preview tonight's matches. We'll report on Concacaf Under-20 Championship news, go on a brief tour around the Confederation, and finish as always with the Concacaf quiz. We start in Houston, where the Dynamo and Atlante played to a 1-1 tie at Robertson Stadium. A late goal by Gabriel Pereira with 8 minutes left on the clock equalized for Los Potros. Bobby Boswell had given Houston a 1-0 lead in the 34th minute, heading home a Brad Davis corner. Houston is 1-1-1 in its last 3 Champions League home matches, while Atlante remain undefeated away. Pereira's goal was his third in Champions League play and came after Atlante had the better of play for much of the second half. Atlante was without coach Jose Guadalupe Cruz, who watched the match from the press level after drawing a red card in the club's last group match. The quarterfinals continue tonight with 2 games. The Montreal Impact hosts Santos at Olympic Stadium, where a crowd of more than 50,000 is expected to jam the dome. Montreal, one of the real Champions League surprise packages, defeated Real Esteli 1-0 on aggregate to make it through the preliminary round. The Impact then went on an impressive streak in group play before dropping a 2-1 away decision to Atlante in their last match. As a result, Montreal finished as runner-up to the Mexicans. The Impact are undefeated at home and have never trailed at halftime of any CCL match. Santos had somewhat of a more difficult time, losing 2 of its first 3 matches before going 2-1-0 to finish group play in impressive fashion. Santos is winless away from Torreon in the Champions League and are struggling offensively in the Mexican Clausura. They have also conceded the most goals of any quarterfinalist. At the Estadio Azul this evening, Cruz Azul will host rival Pumas in the other quarterfinal match. La Máquina easily outdistanced Hankook Verdes of Belize in the preliminary round, but struggled away in group play, using good home form in finding their way to the quarterfinals. Cruz Azul is the only Mexican team not to win its CCL group, but is 3-1-0 at home, leading at the half in each of those matches. They have only 1 win in their last 5 Clausura games, including a strong 4-2 win over Necaxa this past weekend. Cruz Azul is seeking its 6th CONCACAF title. Pumas danced through the preliminary round and group play undefeated, scoring 3 or more goals in 5 of its 7 matches. UNAM is 1-2-0 in away matches, but is struggling in the Mexican Clausura, going winless in its last 5. Pumas have won 3 CONCACAF club titles. Champions League quarterfinal first leg play concludes tomorrow, when Marathon visits the Puerto Rico Islanders at the Estadio Juan Ramón Lubriel in Bayamón. U.S. Under-20 men's national team head coach Thomas Rongen named 20 players who will compete for the team at the CONCACAF Under-20 Championship in Trinidad and Tobago March 6th through the 15th. The 20-man roster includes 6 players from MLS teams and 3 overseas-based players, including Brian Arguez of Hertha Berlin in Germany. The U.S. will come together in Bradenton, Florida for 5 days of training before traveling to Basilet, Tobago on March 2nd, the site of the USA's 3 group games. Now let's take a trip around the Confederation. This evening, Guadalajara will face off against Everton of Chile at the Estadio Jalisco in their second group match at the Copa Santander Libertadores. On February 11th, Chivas drew with Lanús of Argentina 1-1. And that completes our trip around the Confederation. Now it is time for today's CONCACAF quiz. Yesterday, we asked if you could name the team that Atlante defeated to win the 1983 CONCACAF Champions Cup. Congratulations to everyone who sent in the correct answer. SV Robin Hood of Suriname. Today's question brings us to Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul is facing Pumas tonight in the CONCACAF Champions League quarterfinals. La Máquina have won 5 previous CONCACAF club titles, their last one coming in 1997. Can you name the team they defeated in the final that year to win the CONCACAF Championship? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to videosignals@concacaf.org before 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. All those answering correctly will have their names placed into a weekly contest where the winner will receive a CONCACAF prize. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us at CONCACAF Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.